From the first local news station in high definition, this is 9 News Now.
A new movie about 9/11 that could have an impact on the presidential race is now set to be released on August 24th. We're actually talking about the date September 11th, 1857.
I am the voice of God. And anyone who doesn't like it will be hewn down.
120 men, women, and children were savagely murdered.
Mormons?
Actor Jon Voight stars in the new movie September Dawn. Academy Award-winning Jon Voight is back with us now, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Great to see you, Andrea.
Well, the last time you were here, we were getting set for the premiere of September Dawn at that time, and it's been
I just
delayed.
like coming back, so I said, could you delay it so I can see these people again?
We love having you back, but did the delay have anything to do with presidential politics? Mitt Romney, him being a Mormon, seems to come up over and over and over again in debates.
No, it has nothing to do with that. We started the film quite a lot before, he was entering the race, so we didn't really know that there was going to be a Mormon candidate. But it was delayed probably for commercial reasons, probably thinking that the dates would be more effective if they were delayed. So
we saw in the promo 120 innocent men, women, and children massacred. For those who didn't see the first time around when you were here, September Dawn, Mormons against people who were not from Utah, not Mormons.
Yes, Christian wagon train going to California. And it's a documented true event, 150 years ago, this September 11th. When I first looked at it, I said, well, this is pretty relevant, an act of religious fanaticism that produces murder justified by religion. And by the way, this is not pointing a finger at present-day Mormons. This is 150 years ago. But anyway, every chapter of history should be looked at. The truth should be brought to every chapter so that we don't repeat the horrors of the past. And in this case, this is a situation where we can look at this as a kind of an anatomy of religious fanaticism. And when I see that movie now, and when I read it, it has so much relevance to what is happening today and what we're faced with. So when I look at that, I say, well, this is, it's hard for a civilized person to digest the horror of someone having a thought that they can be doing something for religion, killing women and children, as we just saw in the news today, or targeting young girls going to school because women shouldn't have a right to have an education. It's inconceivable to us in our society. But this kind of this programming that we face is very pernicious. Very dangerous, and this gives us a little insight into it.
Your character,
My
Jacob
character,
Samuelson.
always a terrible fellow. And I think I play it very convincingly, too. So, but anyway, he's a fellow who's a bishop, he's the general of the local militia. He's an amalgam of several characters. Many of the characters in the piece are true-life characters, and there's an awful lot of documentation. If you go to the Mountain Meadows Massacre on the web, you will get a whole lot of hits, and I recommend several. One I'll just throw out at you, which is the confession of John D. Lee, who was the only person executed for this crime, who was an adopted son of Brigham Young. And it's quite, so anyway, read that. It'll give you a sense of the authenticity of this thing.
Just a short time.
Yeah.
As I said, you were in 3 movies I teased before. This will be opening August 24th.
Yeah.
And Transformers, you're in that, and the movie Bratz.
Right. I have
You're
a little
known
piece
for
of
your
Bratz.
variety. What makes you choose a Jacob Samuelson character, plus the Secretary of State in Transformers, and then the principal daddy in Bratz?
Well, I'm very fortunate that people are still coming my way and asking me to do pieces. I wanted to mention just one little thing. I saw the Wounded Warriors at Walter Reed, and that's another reason why you see me in this town a little bit, because I have a relationship with those guys. They are my heroes, and their families are my heroes, and anybody who wants to help them. By the way, I saw the top of the show, you have this report on Iraq, everything negative. You don't see the gains we're making. I've just been with the troops, and if you hear what those guys are saying, it doesn't jive, and we should be reporting the positive gains that we're making as well, of course. So we don't politicize this thing. We don't get crazy here. We're dealing with an enemy. We're dealing with a severe enemy, and they're watching everything we do. Operation First Response is a way to help the troops. I'm just going to give you three ones you can do. Operation First Response, they get in touch with the families immediately, and they're available to them 24 hours a day. Great group to help fund. Yellow Ribbon Fund. The Fisher House Foundation Hero Miles, they bring families in from across the country. They give them plane flights and stuff like that. There are many organizations that know how to treat these guys, and if you get behind them, they'll help the troops. All right, and as I was saying, he won the Oscar for Coming Home. Some of the same issues dealing with soldiers returning seriously, critically wounded from a war being played out again, and you say we hope we've learned in some of these organizations. Well, the lesson I hope we learned, if I was going to do it again, I'd say I'd portray them as the liberators that they are. All right, we've got to go, which means I didn't get a chance to say, did you see the grandkids yet? Yes, he's happy that we didn't ask. Coming up, we'll meet some local performers who are offering some hot entertainment downtown this summer. But first, Bourne, Jason Bourne. Find out why Universal Pictures is absolutely giddy about the American version of a super spy. It's 9:46.